guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today we're going over my July faves of 2018. A lot happened in July, and and I finally got to sleep in this morning, and I realized that this has been such a jam-packed month, and it hasn't been anything bad. There's just so much awesome has happened this month that I literally had to sleep in today and be like, take it all in. And then I got a reminder on my phone. It's like, oh, you have acupuncture in 15 minutes. I was like, holy shit. I totally forgot. I have some stuff to show you guys for July, but it's I guess my faves this month is the experiences. I had so many awesome experiences, and I'll make sure to post as many put as many pictures in this video as possible, because I don't have a lot of video of the experiences, but I did try to take a lot of pictures. And so well, I guess let's jump into the goodies and let's just see where this takes us, because it's been an awesome month. Okay, so first I kind of want to show off some things that I'm wearing, and they're kind of related, well, they are related to my friend Steph that came all the way from Belgium to visit me here in San Diego. This it meant so much to me. I couldn't believe that, I mean, her and I had been talking for a year or something. We'd been sending each other packages, and we met here on YouTube, and it's just amazing how social media, for a lot of the problems that people have with social media, I do think that it has done a lot of good, connect us with people all the way across the world, and how languages aren't really barriers anymore. We have translation systems, and it was just so cool, and it was so surreal to arrive at LAX with the dude and be looking for somebody I had never seen in person before, and then scanning the crowd, and then I saw her and I was like, holy shit, it's Steph. I was we were kind of crying and lots of hugs, and it was like seeing my sister. It literally was. And she even said we're cosmic sisters, we're sisters from other constellations, but we're it was really cool. I tried to take her to as many places as I could here in San Diego, and we ate a lot of food. I tried to take her to some of the best spots, and we've already discussed that there might be a part 2, so part 2 maybe next summer. She really wants to come back to San Diego, and so yeah, so what I'm wearing, okay, so how it's connected to Steph. So her second to last day, so the day before I had to take her to LAX, we went back to Old Town because she really liked Old Town, wanted to go back and maybe get a few things she missed last time, and they had a little street fair going on. So there was a man that was selling these glass jewelry, glass earrings and pendants, and I'll show you guys. And so this is a green glass pendant, and Steph had gotten that for me, and I put it on this wire choker, I guess. And actually the man who was selling it said he was Portuguese. My boyfriend's like, well, I'm Portuguese. My mother's Portuguese. She grew up in Point Loma. And he's like, really, what's the last name? He said the last name. He's like, oh my god, your mother is my second cousin, so I would be your third cousin. And it was such a small world. Steph thought that was really cool, and it was just amazing. And then after I dropped Steph off at LAX, she's like, oh, when you go to clean up the room I was sleeping in, she's like, there might be a little surprise for you. And so I saw underneath her pillow as I was cleaning up the bed and everything, she had left me a really beautiful note and these earrings. And so she got these earrings from AliExpress, and she had a whole box full of them, and I had mentioned that I thought those were really cute because I like mint color and I like blues and greens, and she kept saying, oh, you should take a pair. I was like, no, she had already given me so many gifts, and I didn't really want to take her earrings, and she ended up leaving them for me anyway. So yeah, so that was from her. This necklace is from her, and this shirt, oh my gosh, It says Julian Pie Life because I took her to Julian, California. Of course we had Mom's apple pie. I know some people are like, oh, Pie Alley or like, you know, other pie company. I'm like, no, no, homie, it is Mom's apple pie or go home, you know? So yeah, and so now she said she'll be dreaming of apple pie over in Belgium. So I have decided, maybe not right now, but later on, I'm gonna make a how to make an apple pie video and how to make cookies video, because I found out they don't have apple pie in Belgium and she really wants some. So I'm gonna do like a how to make apple pie, and it's mostly gonna be for her, but I guess you guys can see it too. So I make pretty bomb ass apple pie. She said they really only have one type of cookie, although they are like the home of chocolate. Like when it comes to baked goods, she's like, they don't have a lot of stuff that she saw over here, at least in her small town of Gilly. So, and I believe that's in the Chalamois region. And anyway, she says they just have like this one dipped cookie, and so when she tasted peanut butter cookies and sugar cookies, she was like, oh my gosh, we don't have this selection where I'm from. So I'm gonna be making videos on how to make those awesome cookies so she could watch them and she can make them, you know, in Belgium. And I'm like, if I have to send her ingredients, I will. Steph came bearing gifts, and I had tons of gifts to give her, so it was like Christmas when she arrived. She ended up giving me and I'm just gonna show you like a few things she got me, because she got me a ton of things, but this like beautiful seashell dream catcher necklace, and oh my gosh, that was so pretty. She also got me I have a necklace with this like you know, like steer head on it, and she thought it was funny because she had already gotten me one with like a steer head, and this is like howlite beads, and it's really long and pretty, and like she totally knows my taste. And like I said, she got me a ton of things, but I'm not going to show all of them because we'd be here all day, because it was like Christmas and I gave her like a ton of stuff, plus all the stuff I gave her like while she was here. I was like totally, it was like spoiling my little sister, and it was so fun. But she got me these cute little earrings. They're like little feathers, but really pretty gold. You know, I don't have a lot of gold jewelry, so I thought that was really nice. Oh, and she had made me a couple of roller oils. So one is for relaxing, and this one is Moroccan perfume love oil. So she said there's a certain like flower oil in here that is really expensive and hard to get, and it smells like deep musky, like really good. Like I love it. And the relax, very heavy on the lavender, and I don't know, I just thought it was so sweet. You know, she had made these, I mean, I had made her a bunch of like sprays and oils too, but yeah, so I've been using these rollers. And if we're gonna stay on the topic of jewelry, this one didn't come from Steph, but I got it off of Etsy, and it's this like choker. It's, as you can see, it's like connected 3 suede strands of beads. So we have like a little turquoise bead, and we have the flower of life. And I am totally into the flower of life. It's even on the deck that I've been working on. And so much has been happening that I haven't had like tons of time to work on my deck. I mean, it's halfway done. And I was hoping to get more of it done this summer, but you know, with all the awesome stuff that was happening, I wouldn't trade any of those experiences for the world. Okay, Steph also got me this little bag. It says follow your dreams. And I'm trying to figure out like what deck I could put in here, so yay. Okay, and then July was also the month of like squishies and stuffies, and as you guys know, I'm just like a big kid inside. Like, I don't know. It's like, am I 37 or am I 7? Like, of course you guys know I love my little mochi squishies. You squish their little tummy. Shoosh, 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 shoosh. And I gave some of these away in my giveaway, which you guys can view under last Saturday, the live chat with my giveaway winners. So 3 of the winners are getting some of my mochi squishies. They're getting a photograph of either Wally or Loki. They're getting my decks that I was like kind of giving away. Yeah, so, and a couple of them got some readings, so yay. So I got my little mochi squishies. And then the bigger squishies, these are the kind that are scented, and I like the little slow rising, and my boyfriend doesn't get it at all. He was like, it squishes. I'm like, but it smells nice and it's like squishy and it's happy. And then at the swap meet when I was hanging out with Steph, I also got this like little teapot, and I was like, well, I like to drink tea, and this is also very happy, squish, squish, squish. And then I had Steph choose a squishy. Like I got her a squishy, and then I got 2 more squishies, and I was like, okay, so do you want the, I think it was the kitty in a teacup squishy or the strawberry milk squishy? So she ended up going with the kitty in the teacup, so I got the strawberry milk. So yeah, I got my 3 little squishies, and they're all so happy. And then when it comes to Stuffies, my boyfriend had gotten me this really cute elephant from the San Diego Zoo, because we have passes to go to the zoo and we always see our animals, and I love my animals. I love doing like little animal communication, but we saw this little stuffy, so my boyfriend named it Paul E. Pachyderm. This is Polly Pachyderm. So yeah, so we got this at the San Diego Zoo. And for myself, actually, I usually don't buy myself stuffies, but I couldn't pass up on Pusheen. I mean, it's Pusheen. And Pusheen with an ice cream. Like, Pusheen! Ooh! Look at his little tail. Oh, it's Pusheen. Oh, look at his little feeties. And then I got this little teeny, you know, Pusheen's friend. You could see on his little tag there. And to me, it was like Wally and Loki. Oh, I thought well, maybe he rattles a little. So yeah, you got Wally and Loki. For my boyfriend, I actually got him a pillow, and I got this at Urban Outfitters, and it's a sloth pillow because my boyfriend always jokes that my spirit animal is a sloth because he thinks I move too slow. He's like, when it's time to get out the door, it takes you forever to get out the door, so he calls me a sloth. So I embrace my slothness. He was like, you may walk fast, you may eat fast, but when it comes to getting you out the door to do something, he's like, you move like the sloths. And one of our visits to, we went to Fashion Valley, the dude and I and Steph, and we ended up getting, this rabbit, and we named it Diego because we're in San Diego. So we get these floppy ears, and of course we're in the baby department, but you know, it's really soft and happy, so Diego sleeps with me. And there was this like psychedelic looking toy, and I think it was meant to be like an ostrich or something, and it just made Steph laugh, and I like wanted to get it for her, and she was like, no, like, you already got me so much. But it's so silly. I'm gonna have to post a picture here for you guys. So now we're getting into decks, and most of these decks were given to me, or they were ordered from a long time ago. Okay, so when Steph came in, like I said, she came bearing gifts, and so one of these decks that she got me was the Razai. And I had never even heard of this deck before. It's all in French, but it's beautiful. It's very a very spiritual, very deep deck. Here are the backings, and it has a little message here, but it also has like an explanation of the message at the bottom. And yeah, I've been using this mostly just for a daily draw right now. But yeah, she says, I wasn't sure because, you know, I'm always not sure about getting somebody a deck because I'm not sure if it's going to be their style. But, you know, she's my cosmic sister. She know my style. So, yeah, oh gosh, she's got me like 4 decks already. And I gave her a bunch of my decks that I was giving away too. So her luggage, I think, was right at that 50-pound mark when she was heading home. So yeah, I've been really digging this, and I can't wait to work with it a lot more, and maybe actually start using it in some spreads and kind of see what comes of it. Okay, another deck that she got, but she actually had me order here, and then she's like, and I'll give you the money for it, but it's actually a gift for you. But it was just a lot cheaper that, you know, instead of having, you know, it ordered, sent to Belgium, have her pay all the duties and taxes, which are outrageous, by the way, and then to have her bring it over here. So she got me the Cartomancer poker deck. And to me, like, I mean, I really love all the images on it. Like, I love this deck. Like, psh, obviously it's in my faves, but I found it to be very shadowy. Like, it's very, to me, how it reads, super shadowy, super deep, kind of dark. So if I'm not looking for a dark answer, probably don't use this deck. Like, if I'm like, oh wow, like I'm thinking about, you know, Steph and I next summer part 2, you know, and then it's like, maybe I don't use this deck to talk about that. Yeah, this like goes down into your soul and goes beyond your question. So I can't wait to work with it more, but I have to be in the right frame of mind for that deck. Okay, when Steph and I were in Old Town, she was looking at a couple of decks. One of the decks she was looking at was the Animal Spirits, and I told her, oh yeah, I said that used to be on my wish list. I went back and forth, and I decided I didn't like the borders and all the stuff that was on it. However, after she got it, she was like, okay, here you go. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I bought it for you. I was like, what? And yeah, it's really cool. There's no borders. It's just the pictures, and I love it. I mean, it's glossy. I don't care though. Yeah, it's been great for daily draws. Like, this is really, it's very poignant, and actually I would love to just like pull a card and read the back for you guys. So let's actually do that. Let me show you a few more cards, and then okay, because I dig this deck so much. And at first, you know, when I was like, it was on my wish list, I was like going back and forth. I was like, I don't know if I like it. I was thinking of getting it used, and no, I don't know. And then Steph got it for me. Okay, so, ooh, we'll take the one that landed on my lap. Okay, so we got the fish. So more probably see it this way. Okay, the fish says, symbolism, feminine energy, fertility, abundance. The fish is a sacred symbol to many peoples and has assumed the form of deities and other supernatural beings. As a creature of the water, it is associated with the feminine life-giving energies and is often a character in creation myths. The trio, a tribe from the tropical rainforests of Brazil, tell the story of Paraparawa, a fisherman who is visited by a spirit woman that rises from the body of a fish. The spirit woman shows Paraparawa how to cultivate plants and how to cook them. To the Peck Indians of Honduras, the nine-eyed mermaid Serena is the mother of all fish. The Peck people would have special ceremonies before fishing to ask Serena for permission to take some of her offspring. In the painting, the head of a woman is framed within the body of a fish, emphasizing the feminine aspects of the animal spirit. So yes, I have been digging this deck quite a bit. So while I was in Old Town, I had already gotten myself a deck, which is why I was so surprised that Steph got me one. But I got the Civil War cards, and these aren't like Oracle cards or anything, but they have like images of people that are important when it comes to the Civil War. And I thought it would be interesting to use the information that they have on the back about the person to use for daily draws, and it has been so cool and really powerful and almost kind of spooky, because I feel like the energy of the person comes into my room and sometimes I don't know how I feel about that, but it's been interesting, you know, to have like this person's energy. Hey, Walt Whitman, to have this person's energy kind of with me throughout the day. It's pretty neat. So yeah. Okay, a deck that showed up before Steph arrived was the Flowers Oracle, and the artwork by Antonella Castelli, whose artwork I totally adore, and there are a couple of other decks that I would love to have of hers. I know that there's a Lenormand deck of her artwork, and I'm just a fan. And so this is a like a reprinting of the Bach Flower Oracle. So it's a little bit different. They made a few changes in terms of like the cards and everything. I don't own the original Bach Flower card, so I can't like do a side-by-side comparison. I can only do what I have seen on the internet and in other people's reviews. But yeah, I've been really liking this. I love flowers. I love the images. I love just using my intuition. The guidebook really isn't that good. It's just a little white book, and it doesn't really talk about the plants at all. It's just more keywords really. So it's been fun to maybe do like a little bit of research and also using my intuition with it. I've really liked it. Okay, this deck has been like my whole July. The Way of the Horse. Like, horses have been coming into my life big time. I mean, I've always been a horse girl. Like of course I don't own any horses. I just have my stuffed horses, my floppy horse and Giuseppe and FH2 and Flinny. But I don't like, I don't know. I've always said that like when I come back, I'm gonna come back as a horse, or that I probably lived past lives as a horse. I really love their energy. You know, I love little pumas too and things like that, but I love horses. And so this deck I've used every day for the month of July for my daily draws, and everywhere I go I see horse images. It's like I'm just attracting horses wherever I go, and maybe that's why my my July has been so jam-packed. I feel like that energy, like just moving forward, and it's just yes, I am totally filled with horse energy. And oops, there we go. Yes, nope. Horse is one of my spirit animals. So, and I've used this deck in the past, but not a lot. And this is like the first time that I've actually like used it every single day, and it's been really powerful. And the book, by the way, is the bomb diggity. So if you don't have this deck, or if you have it and you haven't really looked at the book, like look at the book and read your cards. It's awesome. So there were a couple of decks that showed up that I had ordered months ago. And one of those was the Mildred Payne's Oracle of Black Enchantments. Oh my gosh! I love Mildred Payne everything. Like, I love when you go to the Deviant Moon website, and you could look at their they do like blog postings about Mildred Payne and like the secret life, and it's totally fictional, but it's fun to read. And I have Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. I have the expansion pack that came with it, and then when I got this, I got the harp card, so I got another card to add to the deck. But here are the backings. They are massive. So these are like your standard I guess giant oracle size. There really aren't any words on here. So you can go with your intuition, you can go with the downloadable PDF that comes with it. But yeah, this is, yes. I love the artist's like quirky style. I love his sense of humor. And actually, for as dark as this may look, I get really lighthearted messages. My messages are really fun. And so I used it like straight away. Like when Steph was here with me, I was like, let's bust it out. And it was great. And a deck that I've been waiting for a long time on Etsy. And it was in a beautiful box, but also had this neat little burlap pouch. Is the beautiful Rebellion. So I don't own the Tarot of Delphi, and that was like one that I've always wanted to own, but it's out of print, and there's been talks that it would be reprinted. But this deck to me is like just as good as the Tarot of Delphi. Like I go with this deck. The only thing I would say is sometimes the wording down here is up here, but that's just being nitpicky. I mean, I think it was beautifully done. I think the images that were chosen for each of the cards is perfect. Other than that, I like wouldn't change this deck in any way. And I love all these. There's so many different artists in here, but I love all their very romantic artwork. And I used to have, it was a big poster, but I used to have it in my dorm room in college. It was by Sir Francis Dixie. Oh, what was the name of it? It's where the knight just looks like he's just totally captivated by this beautiful woman with long red hair, and she's you know, riding her mare and her white horse, and I don't know, it's just a beautiful picture. And so yeah, I'm totally into this art, and I love this deck. So like I said, this was a month for experiences. So, you know, I talked about, you know, stuff coming into town, but there were so many other things that happened in the month of July. You know, I had my 5 Elements meetup. So I got to meet Jennifer Ball, and we had a great time. There was tons of healing. We got to learn a lot about each other. Just lots of great experiences. And so that was a favorite to me. Oh my gosh, that was great. And then I got asked by Simon of the Hermit's Cave to be part of the 24-hour tarot-thon, and I got to have Steph on the live chat segment of my portion of the tarot-thon, and that was just a blast. We had a good time together. I got to meet so many new people, you know, that were in the chat. I got to watch some really awesome content. I'm still have a couple of channels to go back and watch from that 24-hour tarot-thon, but that was great. Oh, and then one of the big things, you know, I finally got my dream car. It's a 2013 Dodge Viper GTS, and I have been wanting this car since I was 13 years old. I did a video about manifestation about it, but it was just, you know, I wouldn't say like luck. You know, luck didn't bring me that car. I mean, yes, I say the universe kind of helped a little and made certain things easier so that I could obtain the car, but 99.9% of that was hard work, me working as hard as I could in all my different jobs so that I could save up the money to get this car. Not only is it beautiful, and do I like fast cars, and do I like the roar of a V12 engine or a V10 engine, but it's just that, you know, I can take an idea that some people would say that's impossible to do, you know, a car that's just so expensive and not something that is, you know, somebody like me could afford, you know. So it's like, you know, well, I can work my ass off and I can manifest things that I want, you know, that I can't have or do certain things just because of my status in life. Like, I don't believe that I can be held back. I believe if I really truly want something, I can work hard for it. And so that car to me is proof that I can do that. And I've had other instances besides that car of, you know, my dreams coming true, like this house that I'm in. But yeah, that was a really nice thing to get in the month of July. And I'm out here in my dining room because, well, we got another member of the family in July, and that was Mr. Loki. So I'm gonna turn the camera around so you guys, if you haven't already, met our newest member of the family, Loki. He is a Black Panther. So we now have a puma and a panther. So those yellow eyes staring at you, this is Loki. So Loki had been coming to our house for a few months, actually. You know, every day he'd come to our house and he'd sit outside until like 2 in the morning. His owners kind of kicked him out. It was pretty sad. You know, we had returned him to the vet, and they did get a hold of his owners. His owners did pick him up, but then they promptly threw him out of the house, so he was unwanted. And he came in front of our house every day looking for love, and, you know, we would bring him food and water and give him some love. And finally, we were like, you know, it was meant to be. So we brought him in, and we're slowly still introducing him and Wally together because, you know, you just can't throw 2 cats together. But they are kept in separate rooms. They're in rotation right now. So Loki is outside downstairs in the house. He has run the house right now, and then Wally will have run up the house probably in another hour or so, but Wally's up in his room. And we do little visits where they get to be together for a short period of time. But yeah, I'm happy. So this is Loki. And a lot of you guys were Team Loki for the giveaway. So yeah. Hey Loki. Everybody says hello to you. Yay. So newest member. Say hey Loki. Yeah, so he's just resting in his cubes. So that's it, you guys. That was my July faves. So like I said, it wasn't a ton of like stuff to me. It was all the experiences that I had in July, being able to do my meetup, being able to start my Oracle deck, being asked to be part of that 24-hour Tarot-thon, which was totally fun, having our new member of the family, which I am so happy to have Loki. He's our baby. You know, being able to get my Dodge Viper, having my friend come in from Belgium. It has been one crazy month. I've had so much fun. I can't wait to see what August brings. Next week I do have to go back to school. Not stoked about it, but I have a feeling that's not going to be for too much longer. We'll just call it a hunch. But anyway, I will catch you guys next month. Of course, I make videos every day, so I'll probably see you tomorrow. But as far as faves go, I will catch you guys next month. And I'm wishing you guys an awesome sauce day. If you guys want to catch a reading with me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. I have so many different types of readings, so you just choose the reading that best fits your style, and then you apply your question to it. So there aren't specific readings for specific questions. You can apply your question to any of my reading types. Also, join the KWT tribe over on patreon.com, where my tribe not only gets lots of freebies from me, but they get to be a part of my creative process. So like the 5 Elements meetup that I did, like the Oracle deck that I'm creating, they get like insider access to some of the things that I'm thinking about doing before I actually do them. Plus they give me ideas on what content to bring you guys. So I'm totally excited about that. They helped me with my giveaway that I was able to do for my 1,000 subscribers, which is just amazeballs. Yeah, and so anyway, lots of good stuff. I'm totally excited for next month. I can't wait to see what the rest of the year brings. And yeah. If you guys dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And I'll catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease!